So welcome back. Still trying to catch my breath for that last question. We're going to solve another system of equations. Again, we're going to use this elimination method. Again, our first step we have to do is put these equations in what we call, again, standard form. Notice how that x and y, we want them on the same side of the equation. So let's see what we have here. The first equation is not in standard form. But what I'm picking up on is, all I got to do is move these pieces around. And when you change the side of the equation, all that's really doing is changing the sign. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to move the negative 4x to this side by the 5y. So it becomes 4x plus 5y. Meanwhile, this negative 9 has got to go to the other side. So when it goes to the other side, it just kind of changes signs. So you can kind of do that method. So you can kind of flop sides, which is going to flop signs. So he moves over here, he becomes a positive. He moves over to the right side, he was a negative, so it's going to become a positive. So we have that. Notice, like on this one, I want to bring the 9y over. So I have a negative 11x. Oops, I don't look like an x. So I have a negative 11x. That 9y is going to slide over as a negative 9y. The negative 20 is just going to stay put. Okay. So we got our kind of our standard form here. We got our x's and y's on the same side. We don't have any fractions. Now we got to decide is who do we want to eliminate, the x's or the y's? Again, it doesn't look like there's much difference in the two. I'm going to go ahead and eliminate the y's. So I need to find a common number between a 5 and a 9. And what I'm picking up on is a 45 would be a common multiple. So that means I've got to multiply this one by a 9. And I have to multiply, let me do that in a little bit different color there. Let's try that again. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of my strategy. It says, I'm going to multiply this one by a 9, but again, what I've got to remember is I'm multiplying everything by 9. I'm multiplying both sides by 9. So, and then I got to pick up on that, that's going to make that a 45, and I've already got opposite signs, so all I'm really needing then is a positive 5 here, because that's going to make my, my negative 45. So I'm going to bring this math across. So it's going to give me 36x plus 45y equals 81. So you got to remember, we got to multiply this side and this side by 9. And I got to multiply this side and this side by 5. So that's going to give me a negative 55x. So 5 times the negative 11 is negative 55. So it's going to be a negative 55x. That's going to give me my negative 45y. 5 times negative 9 is my negative 45. And then 5 times my negative 20 would give me my negative 100. So I've got my coefficients the same. Now I'm ready to add to eliminate the variable. So I'm going to add down the page. The variable that's going to eliminate is my y's. So I'm going to be solving for the x's. So I have a negative 55 and a 36. A negative 55 and a 36. I'm not seeing that, so since one's positive, one's negative, I'm going to be subtracting. So 55 minus 36 looks like 19. And since the bigger number is negative, that makes that a negative 19x. And then I'm going to have a negative 181. That looks like that's going to be a negative 19. Now, to get x by itself, divide both sides by negative 19. X equals 1. So we end up with 1 as our solution there. Now that we found what x is, we're going to substitute back in to find what y is. I can use any equation. I usually like the ones that were in standard form. So I like this 4x plus 5y equals 9, or this negative 11 minus negative 11x minus 9y equals negative 20. I like the first equation, so I'm going to use it. So I'm going to come over and rewrite 4x plus 5y is equal to 9. I like the standard form equation. I'm going to replace x with a 1. So 4 times 1 plus 5y is equal to 9. So 4 plus 5y is going to equal 9. I can put a -4 here and a -4 there. 5y is equal to 5, and y would of course equal 1. So that one actually turned out a lot better than the other one. So we have 1, 1 as our solution. Okay? So that one worked out pretty nicely. I like whole number math. I feel a lot better with it. And I think we're going to do one more with elimination, possibly. Stay tuned. We'll see what we'll get into.